All right, guys. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I would tell you to go to the live streaming channel, but this is a real estate video. But I guess I just told you to go to the live streaming channel. So check that out. Actually, before I even talk about this, if anybody, I have three homes I'm going to try to be selling here in San Diego, two priced at $1 million and one at half a million. So if anybody wants to do something, off market, you could buy them from me. I need to sell them. Blood's in the water. No, uh, but I'm actually trying to sell those properties. Yeah, cut. Okay, getting into this though, that wasn't the main point. The main point I want to talk about is the real estate data. So one, we had new data come out today with new home sales, new home starts, but then the next level is the pending home sales comes out tomorrow. That's interesting, but like in the midst of all this, I was looking at the data and going through it, and there was some, I guess, odd stuff. I just wanted to know some of the reference points didn't make sense, and I think it's really coming in here from the government shutdown. Now, the thing here too is just this is as a real estate market update coming in here. We've ended 2 months. The data is showing, and this primarily, this is one thing I wanted to focus on, is the data that came out today is the new housing starts. This dropped today below pretty much levels at 2016, but here it is on a 5-year chart. You can even see on a 10-year chart, it looked kind of better with a line. It looks like it's falling off a cliff. However, you've seen this at times. Again, 2014 is what I've really paralleled this market to, and even it's the same sort of issues. You got global issues going on. You have a lot of, what was there, oil global issues in oil, really. And at the end of the day, real estate it's more of an insulated industry. It's a domestic industry. How is it? It's not affected by trade directly, but the reflections of trade, how much money people walk away with, the real income, the inflation, and again, that's all related to even what people make money, business owners, stuff like that. And then lastly, foreign direct investment. And I'm sure all the real estate agents out there and all the people in the real estate market, depending on what level you're at, everybody has somebody from another country that they invest with, or that these guys are buying properties or whatever it may be. For me specifically, we got a lot of Chinese people. I know there's guys out there, shout out my boy Lane, people hold it down out there. They're different, and you see that effect of those buyers both coming in and out. And now the housing starts is important, but in general, what is the market forecast right now? How has it looked? I've gone over the CAR report in, a few months ago, and it seems like it's coming true. The market's tapered down. You're not seeing too big of a decline necessarily in prices, but it's not that seller's market anymore. And however, though, the fear from what we saw October, November, December, not in the stock market, but also in the real estate market, seasonally, those months were going to be slower. We're supposed to see the pickup here, and quite frankly, it's just right around the corner for summer. So if the real estate market holds up here, the rates are somewhat more attractive. The rates are just as attractive as they were last, coming into summer. Prices stayed the same for a year. Some buyers might swoop that up. So if it could hold there, it'll be great. And again, if some of this other stuff gets better, but for the most part, it's picked up a little, and that's what I wanted to talk about, because the data now, and this is the main thing I want to highlight. If you guys also, if you're not familiar, you go to Trading Economics here. You could go to any country, country indicator, obviously United States, consumer. And over here is all the housing data. Now it's supposed to get released, and now here's the interesting part. Some have reference dates. A lot of the data came out today was referencing December or January. It's 30 days delayed usually, or 60 days trailing. And now we had the government shutdown. So that's my question is, how has that government shutdown affected the flow of data out here? Because there's just some weird points. The mortgage applications, those and mortgage rates, that's easy to check and get. But the Case-Shiller Home Index, this was one, because I, I saw a report a few places saying this came out. So I don't know if this just isn't updated or not, but Trading Economics is fairly updated. But there was a big drop in this. However, it's not reflected here. And you see the dates, they release it. It says in these different intervals, the same days on the month, but it's pretty much skips February. And on some of that, I saw that on some things, and existing home sales. This is what we also saw a few days ago. This is the next thing. This is coming in referencing, January, which is pretty much reflecting with it was the reference for December. I'm pretty sure I have to verify that, just because, it's gotten messed up since the government shutdown. But the key is it's been dropping. Existing home sales are the same properties. It's not a new sale. And again, I'm going to jump back to the new sales because here you also see building permits have gone up. And, they're not necessarily up, but they're, I want to say, a comparable level to the year that isn't too bad. And why this is important, because if you guys saw that video, people are still building, they're increasing the supply, but if the price index is going down, the new amount of homes that are sold is going down. What's the big deal? And this is really a future indicator. You see, it was dropping here in October and all that, and coming into these months, even or just right after last summer, and then it started picking up around November, December. Really, because people, when they're purchasing these, this is a reflection that it's in the future of how the market should be. People build and they don't sell it right away. You get a building permits, and whether they're issued or applied for, it all takes time from breaking ground to getting that permit. Even if it gets approved, what is the time period on making that property? And if you guys saw that video, my buddy, you could just search the trading fraternity, what's it called, building or development. It was like a $6 million development my buddy was doing, and he was in it, and he said they have it, they built it, it's almost finished, they got the permits years ago, but they don't even plan to sell it, not until the market picks up and people will get the price they want. So some people in this market, they've done well. The people who've, a lot of really good investors, they've positioned themselves not to over leverage like we've seen in the past. And that has been the key issue I've been saying, is that we're not leveraged like we were. The real estate market isn't going to get hit that hard. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here, is that I think it's holding. And if coming here, we're going to see that pending home sales data, that could, it could add some fear to the market if it's bad tomorrow, and it most likely will be, I think, but even, really, I kind of want to even doubt that, realistically speaking, just because it's dropped, so much already consistently, down after down, and we haven't seen it. But reflecting this trail, what I've seen, October, November, December, from January, February, so far, it seems like the market was pretty open. I started seeing sales start selling. I'm seeing houses around the corner that were listed a week ago get sold. So it could be bad, and I think that'd be a lagging reflecting of the market, but I think it'll come back up. But as this holds, it looks like the outlook for the market, I'm seeing it might hold up even if you see a crash in end of 2019, 2020. If real estate holds up, if it gets through here for summer, for you guys in the industry, the agents, all that, coming into summer, if summer's hot and summer does good, it's going to be awesome. But if summer is bad for real estate, I think then the real panic for real estate is going to set in. It was happening a little bit here. People were getting nervous. I remember I was making the videos. I was asking, I was like, how many of y'all nervous? Who's nervous out here? Any agents nervous? People got over it. Some people got scared. Some people rose up to the challenge. Some people saw it as a little bump. They go book the sale right away. Things are kind of getting back. But now, if summertime's not hot, a lot of people are waiting for there. That could be the big move, and it starts to bleed out a little bit. But we're gonna see. I think, again, my theory from a few months ago, I think I made that video in October and November. I think my housing forecast for 2019 update, I really believe it's just prices are gonna just stay around where they are. I think sales might slow down. Sales are going to slow down. They have been slowing down. Prices, there's just a weird thing going on with rates, prices, other homeowners. There's so many levels to it. So I don't think that's gonna get anytime better, and people are going to just start selling, because, again, where are they going to live in the other options? But you never know. We will see. So let me know. Let me know what you guys think about the market. I want your guys' opinion on it. Let me know what state you're in. If you're agent, brokerage, wherever you guys are at, I'd love to hear it. But you guys, good luck, man. If anybody wants those houses too, let me know. Peace.